What's up, dudes? Max here, back again with another Dragon Ball FighterZ character breakdown. This footage was acquired at the Bandai Namco offices where they provided us with a trip to capture the latest Gamescom build of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and of course a big shout out to them for doing so because I'm able to provide this footage and render it at 4K, so check it out at 2160p for the best quality possible. As I said yesterday, all the characters that were added to the Gamescom demo of Dragon Ball FighterZ, Android 16 ended up becoming my favorite somehow. Even though I'm a big fan of Trunks, I really like that character. I think he's one of the cooler characters in Dragon Ball. No kidding, the gameplay and everything you can do with Android 16 just made me really love everything about him in this game. So let's talk about that. Android 16 is a grappler character. For the most part, he is the first grappling character that is available in Dragon Ball FighterZ as of right now. However, his strengths aren't just the fact that he has command grabs that do pretty good damage and are able to be done in the air and you're able to combo into him. It's mostly the fact that Android 16 is very well rounded in terms of his mobility, his normals, his combo potential, and his ability to pretty much convert into very good damage anywhere on the screen, including the air. Well, let's talk about those special moves. His basic projectile is Rocket Punch, which I believe was done with just regular special. He does have another projectile that shoots to the ground at an angle or straight down, where he pretty much rips off his arm and blasts the ground below him. I couldn't find a really good practical use for this when I was playing, simply because some of his other specials seemed just so much better. However, the Rocket Punch isn't bad, and you'll end up using it quite a bit because it goes at an angle that covers a large amount of the screen, and it really is a decent projectile overall. The big part where Android 16 shines is his command grabs. He has a command grab that grabs regular, just right in front of you. He has a heavier version which lunges forward, and you can also do this stuff in the air. This is really important because not only do these do really good damage, when you bring them back down to the ground, whether or not it's in the air or on the ground, when you slam them, you can cancel that portion into one of his supers. Meaning that even if you have a very high combo, one that goes way up into the top portions of the screen, Android 16 can come up, grab them, and bring them all the way back down to the ground, where most characters have much greater combo/super potential. The heavier versions lunge forward and I believe have certain hits of armor that even apply in the air, while the EX versions, or the versions that you can apply meter to make them a bit more bonus damage, seem to be delayed a little bit, so you can do it and then it comes out a bit later than you kind of anticipate. It didn't seem like it was doing more damage, but we have to mess around with it quite a bit more to understand its full utility. The other grab he has is an anti-air grab, which I absolutely freaking love. This thing jumps into the sky, and there's another one that goes a bit further. It seems to have really good priority and a wonderful combo ender. It also acts fairly similar to the regular command grab, and man, these moves just feel so good to land. I love them. Now let's talk about his supers. He has one that shoots the ground with a high energy blast where he takes off his arms, and this one is not very much damage if you put it at the end of a combo, but can set up pretty well for a delayed hyper combo or bringing in your next character to do their super or a level 3 for a whole bunch of damage. However, Android 16 doesn't have to just do level 1s, he does have a great level 3 that can be done after the command grab situation, so you can get pretty good damage. Scaling in the game can hurt these things quite a bit, but at the same time, Android 16 does so much damage off of his base combos alone that, man, sometimes you feel you don't even need the super. Now, one of the bigger gimmicks about Android 16 is that he in fact has 2 level 3s. He has one that immediately combos in where he like rips up the earth and blasts all of it right below your feet. And there's another one that is a command grab super that also costs 3 bars. This thing has a ridiculous amount of startup because it is a suicide. You jump forward, grab the opposition, and blow yourself up. And no kidding, if the opponent had any amount of health from 1 point to full, it will kill them. The downside of the move is that it has an extreme amount of startup, but it does have almost infinite super armor. It tends to go through most other level 3s as well as supers, which is also really good, but you can only perform it once. In any other part of the game where you try to do this level 3 on another character, or if you did land it at one point earlier, you will not be able to do it again. So if you're going to land this thing, make sure it hits. The strategy, if it does land, is to save something like Sparking Blast for the later rounds, or if other characters are still alive, tag Android 16 back out because he will still indeed be alive. He'll only have 1 point of health, but you can recover all the blue health that is in the background. So, if you have a plan, make sure the plan works because Android 16 can technically kill himself while killing the opponent and still stay alive. That's all I got for Android 16 as of right now. Easily one of the most fun characters in the game, and I'm really glad they're going with hybrid grappler characters because, my god, they end up being some of my favorite grapplers in most fighting games. If you guys want to see more character breakdowns, please leave me a thumbs up below. And based on all the new characters, we've already done one on Android 16 as well as Trunks, which is the next one you want to see, and I'll focus on that one first. As always, dudes, thank you a ton for watching. Enjoy some combos with the character as well, and I'll see you next time.
邪魔者は排除した。